Because I believe that we've been given just that much power. And it's not outside of us, but the power is within us. And once we recognize that, once we accept that, once we welcome that, we are now ready for the life experience. So if you're going to live your best life now, you must believe in the best. You must envision, you must see the best. As you look up on the mantle of your mind, what do you see? What do you see for your relationships? What do you see for your health? What do you see for your future? What do you see for your finances? What do you see for your career? That represents your best. That represents the highest expression of spirit through you and as you. What do you see? And then how often do you see it? There are some shows that you watch, quote unquote, religiously, without fail. We even have a channel called Lifetime. It's now your time. It's now time for you to sit and watch you. To learn that role. To learn that higher way of living in the laboratory of your mind. And then go out and give life to it. And then to speak it. To speak it. And you don't have to speak it to anybody else. But you must speak it to yourself. Dr. Holmes recounts the story of Emma Curtis Hopkins and one of her students going to a convention, and there was a guy by the name of George, and George kept saying, I am God, I am God, I am God. And Miss Hopkins went to him and said, George, you can be whatever you want to be, but don't be so noisy about it. And on a much deeper level, perhaps a subconscious level, maybe George was trying to convince those around him that he was that. But what I'm about to say may shock you. And for some, it may set you free. You don't have to convince God of anything. Because he only wants what's best for you. If there's going to be any convincing, it's to convince yourself. To convince yourself that you're worthy of the good that you desire. And at that point, you appropriate the power to bring forth that which is in you, that it might become your life experience. The last thing is you must think possibility. You must think best life living. You must think best life living. It doesn't matter what the outer looks like. It doesn't matter what has not shown up in the outer. It doesn't cost you anything to think greater than the outer. But it costs you everything if you choose not to. Because it forfeits the possibility of what faith in this power can produce.